Hello, 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 hello. So tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes, we have our guest El Claremino. If you guys are not following her, you need to make sure that you do go and click the follow button to follow this young lady. She is a dope person in the car world. And let me just say, she is actually one of those people who, like, her personality is the same in person as it is on social media. You know, we run into people all the time that their personality is not the same as on social media, which sometimes can be a little disheartening, but she is the same in person as she actually is on social media. So that I love that for her. So she should be getting on in just a moment, and I'll bring her on. Tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes is not sponsored. If you would like to sponsor or become a brand partner of Rydes N Vybes, please feel free to reach out to me via email, text, DM, send a carrier pigeon or a smoke signal, and we can talk it out and figure out what works best for your brand or business. Tonight's shirt is brought to you by Dope Girl Nay. If you would like to purchase this shirt, reach out and go follow Dope Girl Nay. It says bad habits, dope dreams. And I love this shirt. Everywhere I wear it, I get so many compliments. So if you want to purchase one of the shirts, reach out to Dope Girl Nay. I think I seen Claire. If you guys are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go click the link in my bio and do so. You have like years and years and years of the show to catch up on, because we've literally been doing the show since 2019. Hey, young lady.
Hey.
How are
How
you?
doing? I'm doing good. Can you see me?
I can. Just tilt it up just a little bit, and then that way you don't have to bend down.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So first, I wanted to tell you thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to get on and let us pick your brain and get in your business a little bit.
No problem.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' questions. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So tell me how you got into cars.
So I got into cars probably about 10 years ago through my man Steve. Yeah, so when we got together, we've been together for 13 years. He got his first donk probably like a year after we got together, and then he's been getting cars ever since. And then I just got slowly into it with him, and yeah, now I just love cars. I got my El Camino probably 4 years ago, going on 4 years now, and just slowly get into the community now.
So what made you go with the El Camino versus any other type of car you could go with?
I think I'm just a different person. You know, I love the practicality of it. I'm a little country girl, so I love that it was a truck, and also that old school car vibe, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the El Camino is not. I mean, even though it's still a G body,
Yeah.
it's not. I wouldn't say. I would say, like you said, it's kind of an acquired taste. Right?
Not a common car, and you do not see them very much around here in Tallahassee. Right. So I feel like I definitely stick out a lot, but it also fits my vibe perfectly. I feel like now that I have it, it's like it's me.
Right. So, if you have not already, what is your dream car to build?
My dream car to build. So actually, before I got the 86 El Camino, I was really looking for a 68 Camino. And I really still want a 68 El Camino really bad. So I got to see Visions to Reality build. I thought that was sick that he got to do that so quickly, you know, and all by himself. But Yeah, definitely 68. I have a plan to one day get a donk. I have to join Steve in his donk game. So I'm leaning towards a 71.
Okay, so why a 68 El
El
Camino?
Camino. I just love that body type, the curves and that muscle car. I really loved. Yeah, that muscle car look. And I love when I'm sitting in a El Camino, I feel like I'm kind of in a little spaceship. The cab's so small and you're just like all the windows are just right there, you know?
Right. So you said you and Steve have been together for 13 years. So
Yes.
what did you think when you first met him and he was so into cars? Were you like, man, this man crazy?
Um, back then, I feel like the whole car thing wasn't that big. Like
Right.
it was, but we didn't have Instagram to really like create such a stretch of it across like everywhere across the world. Everybody can connect on it now so much easier than before. So yeah, I thought it was cool. I liked it. It was different. Not many people in Tallahassee are into cars, to be honest, like that I knew. But yeah, I really liked it, to tell you the truth. Yeah. I will say, like, I grew up in a family that really wasn't much into cars. I mean, we did have like a 80s Suburban growing up, and then we had a Volvo, but it wasn't like, they didn't ever have any cool cars. My grandma had a cool car. She had a Jaguar, and I want to say it was like a 70 something,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't remember the specific year.
Now, if grandma would have kept that car, now it'd be really worth some money by now.
I know, I know, I know. It definitely would have.
Do you feel like social media has hurt the car culture or helped the car culture?
mm, I think both. Um, you know, I think in a lot of ways it's really helped it because it's given ways for people to express their love for it. And you know, I think it's really made it a bigger scene because people can connect with people. Like, I'm in Florida, we can connect with people in California now and meet together and share this love for it now. So I think it's really helped it in a better way. There's always those jokers out there. So yeah, I think there's always going to be the people that are going to talk down on the scene and certain people, but what you going to do about it, right?
Yeah, and then too, I was talking about this with a friend of mine the other day. You got people in the comments that are going crazier about something that happened with your car than you are, and you're like,
Yes. More worried about somebody else than themselves. Like trolls. They're trolls essentially, they're just maybe don't have anything better to do.
one of my supporters this morning said it's so. She said it best this morning to me. She's like, it's giving Stan vibes.
Yeah, for me, like, I like to use social media as an outlet, like, like, and connect with people. So I think it's helped me in a way, like find friends that love the same thing that I do. There's a huge El Camino community on Instagram, which is really cool since there's not very many here around town. So it's
Mm-hmm.
been fun, like meeting people all across the world, really, that have El Caminos. That same exact one as me, my little El Camino twins.
So I think so. I'm gonna say this, and I really believe in giving people their flowers while they are here to smell them. I was saying this before I think you got on, but one of the things that I really love about you is you are exactly who you are in person, the same
Aww.
person that you are on social media, right?
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
same, how you meet people and they portray a thing on social media, and then when you meet him, you like, oh,
Yeah.
or he is not a nice person. But on social
For
media,
sure.
they kind of try to portray that they are so approachable
Mm-hmm.
and such a cool, such a good person.
Mm-hmm.
But when I had the pleasure of meeting you, I was like, you know what? She is really who she is on social media, and the same in person. And I thought that was super dope.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I try to be genuine to who I am, and I don't want to come off as fake or anything, because I'm not, I'm just me being me. I'm being
Right.
doing what I love, and
But there are
living life.
many of them, like you said, like on social media, it's an outlet for a lot of
Yeah.
people. But like it's some that are so fake. Like
I agree.
listen, I don't never say names because I don't do that. But but I met some people off social media in person, and I done been like, ooh, I do not like you.
Yeah. I I think that always happens sometimes. So
So 13 years with your guy in the car culture.
yes.
How's that? What's that dynamic like? Because it's like you guys are now into the same things. I know. Is it like, is it because as a person, as a single woman who thinking about it, I always think, oh my God, I need somebody that's into cars.
Yeah.
Does it ever become rough, like a conflict? Like, hey, listen, we're not going to Summit to spend $5,000. What we gonna do?
To be honest, I don't think it's ever been too much of a conflict. There's been days where like we try to do things together and it's like, all right, maybe we can't work together right now. Let's just try this separately or just try another day.
Right.
But Steve and I work so well together. I mean, it's probably why we've been together so long. So,
Right.
It's one of the things that we do connect on. So that's cool.
You guys have outlasted a lot of relationships, though.
Yeah.
I know people ain't even stay married or together for a year, and they are ready to get on. And I'm like, 13 years. That is amazing. What's the key to making it work?
A lot of communication, definitely. Maybe a couple of similar hobbies, I don't know. I guess you just need that spark that you have with each other to make it last, because if you don't, then
And not to mention in real life, in person, y'all chemistry is so amazing.
Oh, thanks.
It's like
we love each other.
Huh?
I said we love each other.
Yeah. But you know what though? Thinking about it, love ain't all that like can keep you together. So like you said, it's got to be that communication. It's got to be that spark, because if love was all that kept us together, I'd probably still be with my ex-husband.
And you got to keep the spark going. I mean, not every relationship is perfect, so
right.
Yeah.
Right. So, what's next for you? You said you want to. Are any plans in the near future to build that dream car, or are you just gonna work on the El Camino?
So right now, I have a lot of plans for the El Camino. So, she hopefully will be getting painted within this next year. So I thought she would be in the shop by the beginning of this year, but our paint guy got a little behind, which it happens. It seems to happen a lot in this car world, and it's okay.
Yeah.
I understand that now.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping it the same colors, keeping her all original. I really just want to get it painted because I have a few little spots and it's bugging me. So, and I got to get the grill. I don't know if you remember, I hit a deer with my El Camino. Yeah. So I still got to get that fixed. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. I got some Luxors for her. Yep. Got some wire wheels, and yeah, I'm actually going to be doing a motor swap too, which should be fun. Steve's going to be giving me his 383 out of his C10 to put in it.
Okay. Yeah. So are you actually gonna work on it, or you just somebody else is gonna do it?
We're gonna work on it ourselves. We got a friend that's gonna help us,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna get to get my hands dirty a little bit, which I want to. So
I think
I'm excited to learn.
are you
I'm
gonna
anxious
document?
to learn.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I said I'm excited to learn, and I'm anxious to learn a little bit. You know, I love to learn about cars as much as I can because I want to know what I'm driving and understand it.
Right. And are you gonna vlog it? Or do you have a YouTube channel?
I don't. Well, I have one, but you know, I don't really post on it like as a YouTube channel. So I should. Maybe I'll think about it.
I don't think you should think about it. I think you should actually do it.
You think I should?
Yeah, because you see Visions to Reality. Like, I really feel like,
Yeah.
first of all, that's super dope. Y'all gonna be working together. And then people,
Yeah.
let me tell you something about people, especially, I talk about this quite often. You got car guys and then guys with cars, and car girls
Yes.
and then girls with cars,
Yes.
right? So being that I guess I would consider you a car girl, right?
Yes, for sure.
You have got to show not only women that may be a little intimidated about doing it, or may not feel like they can't do it, that yes, you can do it. And then to show the girls that are coming behind us that yeah, we can get over there and work on motors and do everything that everybody else can do. And like Vision to Reality said, even if you didn't have somebody that was going to help y'all, YouTube University is an amazing place.
It really is.
I feel like I can do surgery after I watch some stuff on YouTube.
You ain't lying though. Like, I mean, you really can learn anything on YouTube, and if not, Google will take you somewhere else. So.
Right. Right. You see what he said? He believed in you. You know what?
Oh,
I had him on the show last Thursday. I just think he is super amazing.
He's super cool guy, you know?
Right.
I didn't get to meet him at the Rick Ross show.
Mm-hmm.
I walked by his car a few times and never got to meet him.
Yeah. He's super dope. I can see big things coming for him. And he's young. You get what I'm saying? You don't meet a lot of young, super young people that are as dedicated as he is and that are into this the way that he is. Yeah. So I'm super anxious to see what's next for him. And he's on your team. He on the El Camino team.
Woo! I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I call El Caminos? I call them business in the front and party in the back.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I've never really dug El Caminos. I see some nice ones, but I do think, because you do stand out with it.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like it's very an acquired taste. I've heard more negative things about El Caminos, but I don't know. Maybe that makes me like them even more.
Negative like what?
Sorry,
negative
what?
Like what? Negative like what?
They're just weird looking cars, you know. Which I understand. I mean, it is like a truck car, you know. It's different. And they're one of the only ones like that. So it's not like something common that people were like pushed on. So
yeah. Well, I definitely can't wait to see once you get everything together with the El Camino, because like I said, I'm always, first of all, I'm always going to root for women in the car culture who actually are a staple, because I feel like at this point you are a staple.
Aww.
You know, and
I know when you asked me to do this, I was like, well, I don't really feel like, you know, I'm that important, but I love that you asked me on here so I can like show my face, you know, because I don't really show my
First of all, I never want to hear you say ever again in life that you don't feel like you're that important, because you are.
Oh, thank you, KP.
And secondly, you are like Nay, you are a dope girl in this car stuff. I'm trying to stop cursing. It's hard. I start to say another S word, but you are a dope girl in this car stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if it was more of us, I feel like first of all we got to stick together, whether it's cars, bikes, trucks, no matter what it is with the girls. Now, granted, everybody not gonna like everybody. Everybody not gonna get along, right?
Yeah,
but
and
as
you can't
long as
expect it.
we respect each other and we like, okay, I might not like this girl over here, or I might not know this girl over here, right? So, but I don't have to beef with her because I don't know her or because I don't like her. I just don't know her, and maybe we know each other and we just don't get along. But that don't mean we got a beef. We just are on two different paths. But for the most part, I feel like us as females got to stick together in this car stuff.
Facts. I agree with you. And I've met so many cool women off this platform, so including you. So I'm thankful for it.
Yeah. I feel like we're gonna do some big stuff. I feel like we're gonna shock these guys. As soon as I think of what it is that we're gonna do big, we gonna do some big stuff. Listen, I be waking up, don't ride die, tell you, right? I'm so thankful that I'm okay with his wife, because I used to wake up out my sleep and call PJ and be like, hey, I got an idea.
That's
Thank
awesome.
God his wife know that he just my friend, because she probably would have been like, calling you this time of morning. So I stopped calling them and I started keeping a tablet by my bed and writing down the ideas. That way I could wake up the next day and call.
That's good.
But I think it's just so many untapped markets and so much untapped potential and so much stuff that we have not done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We have got to, I feel like we got to be new and innovative. That's why I love what Vision to Reality did. That's why I love a lot of the stuff that a lot of people do in this car world. And I am a fan. Like I am a fan. I tell people all the time, like, even when he was building the El Camino and I was waiting for like every installment. That's why I feel like that's how I'm gonna be when you start building yours and you put the stuff on YouTube, or even if you do little segments and put them on TikTok or little segments. I feel like you should put them on everything. If you got a TikTok, put it on there. If you got a YouTube, put it on there. If you got a Facebook, put it on there. And tap into all that money.
Yeah. All right, you're inspiring me.
Yeah. I just feel like I want to be. I appreciate you saying that, because I'm just here to try and inspire people like people inspire me. And it's so many of y'all that inspire me. Like you and Steve inspire me to know that there is a good guy out there that's gonna be into cars and not gonna be mad when I go to Summit and spend $5,000. So there's a lot of things that I get inspired by that may not be common to other people. And I'm excited to see what people are going to do. Like you talking about the El Camino and you swapping the motor. I'm excited to see when that happens. I want sneak peeks. I want you to send me stuff. I want sneak peeks. I feel like I might need to fly to Tallahassee and come film with y'all or something. Like I'm so inspired by a lot of stuff that people do.
Yeah. And I'm seeing you've been doing some learning on metal work.
Yeah. So I went to so the new segment of my show is I'm going around the country doing different types of work. So I went to Phoenix Fabrication and I learned how to weld and how to bead roll, right?
Yeah,
and
that's
then
awesome.
I went to Easy Colorworks and I learned how to paint cars. So I cannot say on here yet where I'm going next, but where I'm going next is going to be super amazing and I'm super excited. But I have a whole roster of quote unquote heavy hitters that are welcoming me to their shops and welcoming me to places to work with them. I'll tell you off here if you promise.
That's so exciting.
To keep it a secret. If you promise to keep it a secret, I'll tell you off here where I'm going next. Okay. And that's going to be an amazing, amazing episode. Not that all the other ones weren't. Yeah. Because I feel like I came out the gate running. But when I go to this next place, it's going to be dope.
Oh, you got me excited now.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of things, like I'm excited, like I said, to see when you change the motor. I can't wait.
Well, hopefully in this next week, I have to go get a motor mount and then, it's game on from there.
Okay. What other than changing the motor, what else is next? You say it's going to the paint shop, and then what else you got to do?
Paint shop and make sure the rims fit correctly. I'm hoping. I got 20s, so I just got to make sure those fit perfectly. And then let's see. There's a little bit of interior work, but to be honest, the interior is like close to perfect. So there's a little bit of the trim on the upper doors that I'm going to take out and paint.
Right.
And I just have to order the correct spray paint for that. I don't really want to just buy new ones. I think I'm going to be able to get away with just painting it. And then, that's basically it. Actually, I think I'm going to do a little sound now that you asked. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of sound, but not anything crazy. Because right now I just have the original speakers in there. So just a little bump.
So you're going to be doing all this work yourself, or are you going to?
The speakers, no. So we have a guy down in Miami, JL Customs. Okay. He's going to be doing my work for the audio.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think, so I hear a lot of horror stories about shops, right?
Oh, yeah. I have, yeah.
You have horror stories?
Well, no. Well, I have one horror story for my El Camino, but I've heard and have seen. I know it happens.
Yeah. So I used to think, okay, shops take advantage of people who like don't have a voice on social media and don't have a big following. But now, like, I have been hearing some real horror stories. You know, Velt Boy. You know who Velt Boy is? So he's from like the Midwest, right? And he's got a huge following.
Okay.
He has horror stories. Like, people with huge followings have horror stories. I wonder why that is that way when it comes to these shops.
Do you think that maybe, I don't know if they're getting taken advantage of because, maybe because they have money, or I know before people just gave people the benefit of the doubt before social media was so big, but now it's like if a shop messes up a couple times and people the guy that we were using, he was doing a great job with he was servicing all of our vehicles, and he took my car in to change the carburetor, and that was it. It wasn't the carburetor, that was it. And he ended up keeping it for 7 months
to change the carburetor.
Yes. And it was just like excuse after excuse, like there ended up being a couple other little things that ended up going wrong that we got fixed quickly, but it was just like excuse after excuse after excuse. We kept giving him the benefit of doubt because it had never happened before, and eventually we got the car back, but it was just like,
and the car wasn't even changed.
It was changed, thankfully, but I got somebody else to look at it just because I was a little worried,
Right.
Yeah.
What did he ever say what happened?
He was using excuses like he was sick, and then like wife was sick. And I noticed that a lot of times, like with these shops, it is like a lot of older people who actually are getting sick, but I don't know. I think they ended up taking advantage of the excuse.
Right. Yeah. You know what? Let me just tell you this. Thank God I got the paint and body work done. And then I still got to do the motor and transmission, and I still got to do the interior on my car. But I done already told, listen, the people that I got working on my car, we're all cool, right? But I done already told them, please don't make me have to drive my car through your shop. Because I work hard for my money. And I'm going to drive the car and leave it in the middle of your shop floor with everything broke up and wait for the police to get there. Because I can't afford, listen, I can't afford to take a loss.
Yeah,
like how some of these people. some people done told me the money they done lost when it comes to their cars, and I ain't gonna be able to do it. Not me.
Yeah. I get that. Which thankfully I didn't. Not much came out of my pocket in that situation, but I know some people that have gone through horrible shops. So
yeah. I think I first of all, I do know it's three sides to every story, right? I know it's your side, my side, and the truth, right? So I know that 1,000% of the time the customer is not always telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? There's a little variation, right?
mm-hmm.
I know 1,000% of the time the shop is not telling. But if 40 people say the same thing about a shop, are all 40 people lying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, everybody ain't lying on you. Everybody is not out to get you. Everybody not hating on you. So, there is some truth to what these people are saying. You know what I'm saying?
If it's like that, then there's definitely probably something wrong with them.
Right. Right. So what else what do you want everybody to know, or your fans, followers, supporters? What do you want them to know about El Claire Mina?
It's a good question. I don't know. You know, like you said, I just am who I am. I'm the same person as I am that you see me post online as I am in person. So, you know, don't ever, if you ever see me in real life, don't ever be afraid to come up to me or whatever, you know. You know, we all share the love for cars, which is why I'm even on here, you know. I'm not just faking it, so.
And you're very approachable. And another thing, Steve, please don't get mad at me. When I saw you, I was like, she is beautiful. Oh my God.
Thank you.
and not to mention, not just looks, you have a beautiful spirit, like a beautiful personality.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I just, you know, I just try and vibe with what's around me. So,
right.
Usually around beautiful people myself.
So I don't have any more questions. Is there anything else you want us to know before we get out of here?
No, not really. That was fun. When's your next show that you're going to? Going to any races?
No, so I know I'll be at Whips by Wade. That's June 22nd. Yeah, so cool. I try to get to that every year. Unfortunately, this year it's the same day as Texas Whip Fest, because I usually try to go to Texas Whip Fest every year. But Whips by Wade is on the same day this year, so that's a little bit of a conflict for me. And then I'm hosting a show in Greensboro, Georgia. Okay. It's Shut Up and Race. So that is July 20th. So those are the next two things I have on my schedule. But I'm always around some type of car stuff.
Yeah, you are. I love it.
I legit love this stuff. Sometimes I feel like I love it too much. It's like being in an abusive relationship. I feel like I look at what happens and what's going on social media and some of the crap that people do in this car world, and I just be like, you know what? I quit. I'm breaking up. I'm tired. And then I'll stay away for like a week, and then like that next week I'm going back. I'm like, that's mine, and I'm gonna stick beside him. I'm going back.
I feel like every day it's something.
Right. Right.
Every day it's something big going on in the car community, and like, you know, everybody, not like, for some people it's a big competition, so it's like every day somebody's trying to top somebody, and it's pretty crazy, but you know, a lot of people love it too, so
yeah,
it's fun.
I love it. I just think sometimes it gives, when it comes to the guys, it gives six in girls or what color thongs you got on, because I don't say anything. I just sit back with my popcorn and look at the comments.
I definitely agree.
I'm careful not to double tap, but I just look at the comments and eat my popcorn. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, I be thinking, sometimes when I look at some of them comments, bro, you can't have no friends. You ain't got no friends, and nobody is telling you, and you are definitely not in tune with your star player. because some of the stuff some of these people say, it gives, like Gigi said, it gives Stan. But you know, when you have a business and brand to protect, there's a lot of stuff you can't say that you wish you could say. But I've kind of learned how to navigate social media in a way that I think makes the people that support me proud and makes me proud as well. Yeah. And not to mention, when people call me stuff like an OG, I love it. I feel like I graduated. I feel like I've made it when people call me an OG.
Yeah, you are an OG, KP.
Well, I appreciate it. So that's all I have for you. I know that you just know that we are all waiting for that build, waiting to see you put that motor in. At least if you don't upload it on YouTube, document it and drop little snippets on YouTube. Drop little snippets on Instagram, because that would be amazing.
For sure. Yeah, I'm excited to share it. So I
appreciate it.
I'm excited for it to get it done, because it's been talked about for a while. So I'm ready to get this project started.
Well, we're all waiting patiently as well. So thank you so much for sitting down with me tonight. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was good talking with you.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Talk to you later.
Have a good night. Yeah. All right. So guys, if you have missed any of tonight's episode of Rydes N Vybes, catch the full replay on YouTube. You can do that by clicking the link in my bio and subscribing to the YouTube channel. We've been doing the show now since September 2nd of 2019. So we are coming up on 5 years. If you missed any of tonight's episode, you can rewatch the full replay on YouTube, or any of the past year's episode, you can catch the full replay on YouTube. Usually we only do the show on Tuesday nights, but this week we'll be having an episode on Thursday night as well. So make sure you guys tune in Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. We'll have Steve, the owner of Olive Oil, who is the key winner at the Rick Ross Car Show for the Dunk of the Year. So you guys tune in. I'll see you guys Thursday night. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Rydes N Vybes, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good night.